Everybody, today I want to talk about SPX and SPY. Are they pretty similar? Well, I kind of concluded that they are pretty similar. The spreads are a little bit, similar in terms of magnitude. Um, the best way to, I think, explain this is that SPX is kind of 10 times the size of SPY. And with that being said, if you wanted to get an SPY contract to kind of match the SPX contract, you would have to pick a option contract the same percentage move away from the current price. What I mean by that is that you have to pick a contract that's like 1% away from the current price for SPY and SPX if you want to match them. And what you'll find is that the SPY contracts, if you do it correctly and it's the 1%, really close to the 1%, is that it's 10 times cheaper, the contracts. So if you want to match the size in terms of dollar amount, like a contract of SPX costs, let's say $500, and you find SPY contract the same 1% distance, I'm just using 1% as an example, is maybe 50 cents or $50, then you times 10 that, and that's $500. But it's not always the same because the option contracts on SPX, the bigger one, they jump by 5, like 41.20, 41.25, 41.30, 41.35, and so on. And SPY just does it by $1 amount, which is 4.10, 4.9, 4.8, 4.7, and so on. And this is more of an explanation for same day expiration options. If we look at our maybe something like next day, that's maybe a little bit different, but I could do that real quick right here and see that a $10 difference in SPX from strike prices, we go from 15 to 22. So 1,500 to 2,200. In SPY, oh my God, I think I was looking at the wrong one, honestly. For SPY, we have, damn, I think I did mess up. But anyways, from SPY, it's like more 1 to 2. So 175 to 246. That's not exactly double. So it jumps more for SPY. It just honestly very, very tricky to find out. Honestly, just very tricky to find out. But in terms of spread, it's also very similar because if you times 10 the spread of SPY during busy hours, like the first hour, they're very tight. And also for SPX, you can see that they're a little bit also similar. But I think they're more tight on SPY by a little bit. And if you times 10 the spread of SPY, it kind of matches the spread of SPX for one contract. And that's given that they're like the same capital. So one contract of SPX could equal 10 contracts of SPY. When you pick the strike price that's the same distance from the current price, percentage wise. That's important, percentage wise. I wrote a couple notes, but there's more volume in SPY, but if SPY really wanted to match the volume of SPX on same day, it would have to 10x the volume. And right now I'm looking at the next day expiration, and it does look like more than 10x the volume. But on the same day, we have SPX in the 15, 18,000s, and SPY in also the 200,000. So yeah, SPY does have 10x the volume of SPX. SPY has 10 times the volume of XPX, which makes sense because maybe some people want to have those 10 contracts rather than one contract of XPX, because it allows them to scale out gradually rather than just one contract for SPX. I kind of like SPX because since I'm using TOS, it executes one contract, I think, a little bit faster. And for some reason, it doesn't scare me as much to have one contract. And then the delta is another thing you want to take into account. The deltas are also similar. So honestly, it's honestly up to you what you want to do. In conclusion, that's my conclusion. I could give SPY a try to see what kind of movement I get with 10 contracts, and then I can scale out, which is kind of cool. But I just got to make sure I pick the correct contracts, because I'm so used to picking SPX contracts that sometimes I feel like SPY are too cheap. But if I times 10 it, then it's a different story, So I'll be trying SPY the rest of the week, and we'll see how that goes. All right. That way I'm not too confused either, because I'm looking at both. I don't necessarily have to. I think the best time to look at SPX is when it's cheap, but you still expect a big move, and it gives you that big move. So you could put low investment. Maybe you'll find a $5 contract that you still see potential in, and it's like the last 2 hours, and it makes that big move. You can make a big return. For SPY crew, maybe the contracts are $1. So that's all I have. So see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.